But Alan, the ultra elite, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the English royalty, and the royalty of the Netherlands, the Vatican, Black Jesuit sect, they've been promised by their God, whom they call Lucifer, that they're going to inherit the earth. And he has the name of Satan now, and he is the devil. But they do his bidding in order to get this deal of inheriting the whole earth eternally. And of course, the destruction and or aberration of all of God's creation on this planet is the devil's bidding. So we see that. But they're so under the illusion of Satan, the master of illusion, that they don't realize that, as the Bible prophesizes, they will fall completely in their efforts and completely fail to accomplish their efforts, and actually are going to burn eternally in hell.
Do you have a question or comment?
They're not going to destroy it all.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the question part of it, Alex, is, Alan, to your knowledge, who is the elite Maximus these humans are above the usual, most well-known villains that I've mentioned?
Well, you might be closer to a truth than you realize. There's definitely a power in this world that's making itself manifest through these people. And one of the symptoms of it is the fact that you can't get so many thousands of workers working towards this new world order, this planned horror society, where they're all like clones of each other on every single topic. That in itself is not normal. It's unnatural. So there's definitely something working through them. It's up to the individuals who do the study to figure out what it is.
Well, people call it spirituality, but they've proven the sixth sense. They've proven that we're only seeing a thin band of the full spectrum, and the sixth sense, or Aborigines always know when their mother dies. They can be 3,000 miles away in a mine, and they come out, and every time, like say an Australian say, my mother just died, fly me out there, and they're always right. I mean, and I've experienced things like that. And it's true, the elite are tied together by almost like a spiritual broadcasting system. It's like they're downloading the same evil directory. What is that, Alan, in your opinion?
Well, you went into ancient writings, even before what we know as the Bible was written. They did talk about a war in the heavens and in the earth. This is pre-Hebrew. And it wasn't over. It would last for thousands and thousands, maybe millions of years before the next crash would come along. And it was, again, written about in the Zoroastrian mysteries later on, to do with good and evil itself, always in battle with each other. And it's up to the individual, as I say, how they interpret this. But all you can really do, ultimately, is to interpret it according to your own personal life's experience.
Yeah, I can tell you how the elite interpret it. They're kind of along the fifth element line.
Mm-hmm.
And they
but
worship...
But they do understand both sides and how to manipulate both sides of it, too.
Well, that's the Illuminati mystery religion, is the balance that they believe in. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your call. Michael, Dan, and Scott, final call, straight ahead, with the always intriguing Alan Watt. I'm Alex Jones. We're going to jam in a few final calls here at the end. We'll be back Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. Want to plug that in the rebroadcast with Russell Means, one of the biggest Native American leaders in the country, about the Palestine situation. Then we had Bob Chapman on, and, of course, Alan Watt, restreaming until Sunday when we're live at Infowars.com, and the free podcast that 120,000 people plus are subscribing to each day for free at Infowars.com. In closing, I want you to visit cuttingthematrix.com, and we'll throw that up on the prisonplanet.tv screen right now for you, and buy some of Alan Watt's books and videos, because he's barely scraping by and just does such important work, and so that's why we have him here. So be sure and support him there at the site by actually buying some of the books and videos. He's got it all up there for free, too, but you need to purchase some of this and have hard copies and support him. Okay, let's jam in a few final calls here. Michael in Mass, quick question for Alan Watt.
Hey, how's it going, gentlemen?
Pretty good.
I wanted to bring up a topic for kind of deep, I deep conversation, see if you can get deep and sophisticated on this one. The document called Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars.
Colonel Alexander.
Absolutely. To me, that document, that's basically the Rosetta Stone for the New World Order plan.
No, they're cell towers, they're chemtrails. We're being hit with silent, soft-kill weapons.
Absolutely. It's all in there. I'm sure, you guys probably weren't prepared for like a real deep convo on this, but I was hoping that maybe in the future, you guys could get together for like
Sir, we're totally prepared, but we got 2 minutes left.
All right. Well, Alan, what do you think?
Yeah, as Brzezinski said it in the Technotronic era, he mentioned this technology briefly, but it's been set up for a lot. It's old technology, but they're now setting up the equipment publicly in high concentration areas, and it will be used during the coming riots.
I've been trying to...
Go ahead.
I've been trying to kind of talk to a lot of... I live in Massachusetts, and there's, a huge Masonic community in this particular state, and I'm trying to explain to a lot of these people that, they don't always tell you the truth, even if you are an initiate. And I try to explain... And I want to know if I'm accurate when I say this. Most of the symbology has two meanings, and they use the dual meanings for psychological profiling.
Or more. Let me explain how it works in a nutshell, and we got to end the show, and I appreciate your call, and I'm sorry to the other callers. I promise next time's Alan on, you call and say you got cut off, you'll go to the head of the line, and we'll let Alan close the show out with his comment on this. It's triple, quadruple meaning. The porch masons, the masons, you can argue if they were taken over, they're always bad. It's meant to control good men. And so later, as higher-level Masons, they make them write out, what would you do in this situation? What would you do in that situation? If you're a good person, they say, oh, good, you're one of us, but they shelve you. If you're evil, they raise you up and elevate you. Alan Watt, closing comments on that.
Well, they ask them at the top, do you want to have the crown or do you want to be a servant? So one who takes the crown is put off to the sidelines. Yeah, everything's a test, yeah.
Absolutely. Anything else, Alan?
Yes, the lower Masons, as Pike said, are just the outer portico. They're no different than, they know no more than the general public, but they're useful idiots.
Alan Watt, great talking to you. We'll talk to you again in the near future. God bless.
And you too.
We're out of time, ladies and gentlemen. Rebroadcast starts one place. Infowars.com right now. We'll be back in 1 minute. Stay with us. Have a great weekend. Great job.